The last 2 days, the stock market rebounded, and for us traders, we already know what will happen, and that's the reason why we've been telling traders to buy back position at about 31,100 to 200 level, because we know that most likely the market will rebound. And what's the main reason? Is because when we notice that when retail traders are buying put options, and if the numbers are high enough, usually the opposite will happen. As you know, put option is created for people to do a hedge of their current position, so that if, let's say, the market goes down, they can profit from it. But the thing is this: imagine if the options are written by the big boys and you are buying the put options. What do you expect to happen? You expect the price to go lower and you profit from there. But the thing is this: usually put option, when traders are buying, they buy it when the market is about to come down. But when the price has came down quite a fair bit, and you will always see retailers coming in to buy put option at the low end level of the market, you know that a rebound is inevitable. So that's the reason why I felt that, right, it's pretty clear to see a rebound the last 2 days. Alright, so I'll tell you more in detail shortly, but once again, disclaimer apply as usual. Thank you so much for AIMS for all the support recently to us. Thank you so much once again. Now, before we go into the options market, I'd like to cover a little bit of this here. Now, we all know that, right, Queen Elizabeth II has passed on age 96. Now, the thing is this: last night, at about probably 9 p.m., around that area time, I have received news saying that, right, the BBC presenters switched to black ties. And we all know that, according to London Bridge, that this is a protocol of what to do when the event of the Queen's die. And of course, that was a very ongoing speculation. And of course, I couldn't really confirm this for sure, but nonetheless, it's alright. We expected something to happen. And of course, about 1 a.m. plus, the news came out that the Queen has just passed on. And of course, Prince Charles has become the king. Alright, so the thing is, sometime in life you shouldn't regret. And the thing is that I'm pretty sure now Prince Harry is pretty upset. He's rushing to see his late grandmother now. But of course, I think he is going to be a lot of emotion at the moment. But the thing is this is about life itself. What if someone tells you that something may happen and then you know about it, but you still doesn't want to do it? That will be pretty sad, right? So the thing is this: if you can recall all the way back 2nd January, I did a very special MAO edition. And this edition itself, right, is about the forecast of reputable traders, investors, and even psychic. And one of them was Hamilton, alright? So apparently it's alright, this guy, Hamilton Parker, is a well-known psychic, alright? He actually, in a way, has is quite popular and quite famous in UK. So what he did was that he predicted Donald Trump's being the president back in 2016. Okay, the point is this: he actually predicts that, right, from December 2021, okay, all the way to December 2022, which is this year, he predicted that, right, something may happen to the Queen, and he actually gave a timeline. The timeline is June. Okay, then after that, he updated a bit more. He says that most likely it'll be late of 2022, and it really happened. Oh my god, this is so scary. So when I was looking back at my PowerPoint presentation right now, obviously the thing that comes to my mind will be this one here itself. This is the one. Will Joe Biden, okay, be able to complete his full term? And apparently, according to Hamilton, he said that he may not able to complete his full term. Oh my god, okay? So this is the thing that I'm quite worried about, right? Think about it itself. Okay, so, well, let's just put it this way. If this is going to happen, right, I believe the stock market is going to go into a bit of turmoil, right? Alright, so at the moment now, as we can see right now, the investors are having a bit of worry right now. They are feeling very down. They think that the market is bad, and the fear factor is back in again. Just 1 month ago, it was at the neutral to good area, but now it's back down to fear. Alright. So what will happen usually the case? So of course, when such a thing happen, well, what do you do? Let's take a look. Now, when such thing happen itself, right, you can see, because we can see a lot of the portfolio is doing very badly right now, right? The portfolio is doing bad. Okay, let me just get my pen up. Okay, you can see that the portfolio went down very badly in July. Then after that, there was a bit of rebound, but of course, again, now the portfolio is coming back down again. So if the retail investors' portfolio are not doing well, so what will naturally they will do, right? They will start to trade lesser. So you can see very clearly right now that the investments or the turnover last few months is pretty low. That means that traders are now turning from short-term traders to long-term investors because they are really uncomfortable what's going on right now, or probably they are trading much lesser, okay? So because of all that, right, you can see that now the ETF trading has also greatly reduced. All right, the ETS flows, the triple Q, all are trading much lower right now. There's really lesser people getting involved in the market. But of course, you may ask, retail traders, they don't really hold much water of the market. So why do we need concern? Well, this is wrong. If you actually put the retail daily net flows into the US equity and versus the S&P 500, you will notice that, oh my god, the so-called movement itself, right, is pretty accurate. So if let's say the retailers are not involved in the market, right, the S&P 500 seemingly also will do the same thing. So that is the reason why I felt that, right, so now you do know that a lot of these investors are getting worried right now. They felt that the market's going to go down further, and then what will happen? They buy puts, right? So that means that by right, okay, the market may be rebounding soon. So let's take a look what happened back then itself. Okay, just take a look here. Okay, now this was during the June period where the put options was at a high level. Okay, and that was near to the mid of June, or third quarter of June. So what you can see here is right, that was where the stock market has came down, right? For the S&P 500 from 4,600, yes, went down all the way down to 3,600. That means about 100 points. And that was where the point whereby the retail traders went in to buy heavily on the put options. And you can see what happened after that. Oh my god, the stock market rebounded strongly itself, right? So it actually tells us that whenever these retailers are buying put option and stuff, right, the market might be bottoming out. So that's the reason why you can see right now we are back to almost the same level. So what do you expect to see from the S&P? Yes, potentially a rebound. That could really explain why the last 2 days the market had rebounded. So think about this. Don't you find it's very interesting? But before you jump in the gun, let me tell you something very important, right? Before you jump into this and say, okay, let's buy stocks, you need to know something else, yeah? Now, the thing is this. If you look carefully now since 2020 all the way to date, now, there will be a point whereby, yes, indeed, usually if we hit about 1.2 against the call, yes, the market will do a temporary rebound. But at the moment now, we are now at 1.13. So it's not that the point whereby you will see a rebound immediately. So I just figure it this way. Most likely, there will be lesser selling the next 2 days, but we are still not at the capitulation part. I believe that there could be one more wave of selling. It may not be today, likely it's next week, but when it happens itself, right, and when the put and call options really go past 1.2, then probably a rebound is nearby. So that is the reason why I felt that, right, whenever the put options are being bought up, right, don't jump into first. You may actually see a very interesting, what they call reverse movement in the market, because the big boys will not let you win this game so easily. All right, so let's look at the chart right now and see what can we look at. Now, the thing is this, the China market has rebounded strongly today. Now, I have been mentioning to you guys that, right, the stock market itself for China, all right, it's going to go down to about 13,000. All right, I said that only if you rebound back to the moving average, then we may have a bit of recovery. And you can see that today itself, that the stock market went past 300 points. That's a lot. While there is a lot of ongoing COVID cases now in China, and I know my friend in Chengdu itself is being locked down itself for 10 days. So what is happening? I believe that it's more of the funds coming in, the plunge protection team coming in to save the day. But of course, there could be other fundamental news that could support this thing here. But as long as the market cannot go past the moving average, right, I just can't see that should I call for a buy right now. I think that we should just wait for a while and see whether does this hold water. If it doesn't itself, right, then there is a good chance that the market may actually trade lower later. Okay, so traders, you may have to watch out for this. Yep. Okay, then of course let me just pause this. Okay, because if this market is a pullback down, I still think that this is going to come back all the way towards this area, and still this is about 13,000 level. Yep, I think that should be likely the main support for this round. Okay, that is for the China stock market. Okay. All right, let's just look at another market right now. Okay, here we go. Just give me a moment. Get off. Okay, let's look at the today's Dow Jones. Now, today's Dow Jones, I believe that the resistance will be at 31,978 because that is the pivot 1 level, and you can see why I said the last 2 days the market rebounded. You can see that color changed from red to yellow, and for today itself is trading above MLP. MLP is 31,697. So as long as the market stays above 31,697 for today, there will be upside, but it will be limited because the KSI is red in color and the moving average is above us. So when that happens itself, right, you can see the market will likely be able to go up first, that's for sure, but then you'll be kind of resisted at the gantry level, and that is where the first gantry will be here. That is KTR plus 1. The next gantry itself will be 31,978, and the market just seemingly missed it by a little bit, and this could be actually a star coming out pretty soon. All right, another few more minutes, a star will come out, and this might symbolize a bit of pullback later. Okay, let's look at the another market is NASDAQ. Now, for the NASDAQ has been up for a couple of days, and we've been telling you NASDAQ will be a buy because when the market was coming down right over here itself, the KSI has already turned green. So when the market flipped over and did a BMB at the low and it's a double BMB, we suspected that the market will rebound, and truth be told, the market actually rebound. Now, for today itself, the 12,448 is a strong resistance at pivot 1, but as long as the market stays above MLP for today at 12,305, the market is more or less kind of safe for time being. All right, so how about an S&P 500? Now, S&P 500, it also performed the same thing. The S&P 500 came down all the way, did a double BMB, but the KSI was green, so that's why you can see the market was going up. And now it hit the pivot 1 level at 4032. Oh, that's good because I put a price to sell at 4030 earlier for my buy much earlier yesterday. So I think that it's being done. Congratulations to those who have profited. As long as the market stays above 3995, we should be fine for today on the long side. All right. Now the thing is, I want to share with you is my KSI and my KRW now. Although the Dow Jones is going up, but my KRW maintained red, and this is not a good sign because if the market is going up or my KRW stay red, it's going to be dangerous. If the market once it breaks below the previous day low, there could be some selling. So I'm warning you guys in advance in case this actually happened. And of course, this is using a conventional chart right now, doing the double channels and the mid-draft area. We can see the market really got supported at where I mentioned yesterday, and that is the 31,411 mark. And if you look at it on a bigger scale, okay, you look at it right now, the market actually came down, touches the 31,411 mark, rebounded strongly off the MLP the previous day, and now it's moving up. So the thing is this, it looks good, and the common point shows that, right, this is actually a higher common point, so that could be an upside. But just take notice of this, guys. If the market really pulls back and close below 31,411, then I'm going to be confident to tell you that the market may drop 1,000 points from here itself. They may drop 1,000 points, okay? Now, how about gold? Now, gold is rebounding. Interesting, because we do know that Federal Reserve have already mentioned that they are going to do what they should do to lower down interest rate, and that should actually bring the dollar stronger. But I think that because it was not really clear or any form of indication, the market felt that, okay, we know that there'll be interest rate hike, but even in 75 point, they are quite priced in. So you can see that the dollar actually went sideways downwards, and that pushed gold higher. But you must understand that to me it's going to be still a 75 basis point coming in. I still think that the gold is going to come down. So I think the gold will hit the between 1734 to 1753 this area, and then after that it may resume the downside. Okay, And last but not least itself, right, remember I told you regarding about the Bitcoin. So you can see now Bitcoin today is a DJDD. DJDD means that the market is going to be going to directional move. And in this case itself, you can see the KSI was all the way green for the last 6 days. And the thing is this, we were expecting the Bitcoin to go lower, but instead now, because the KSI is green and the market stays above OP and above MLP, for today is a buy. And of course, with so many orders, so many days of downside itself, it's pretty easy to see stops being triggered. So I'm not even half surprised that the last 6-7 days, the stops are all placed here. And of course, the market just take it up right today, okay? So now the thing is this, the market is staying above MLP and above the MA30 and of course above OP of the day, and KSI is green. So as long as the market is going upwards, right, you shouldn't do any form more shorting. But of course, if the market get pushed up a bit more and kind of like cannot go past 21,697, then maybe a trader should just take profit and go, because I said again, this could be a temporary rebound, because when everybody is buying the put option itself, you can see the market will always react in a very interesting way by going against it. So that is how the big boys will make money from the retail side, okay? So just kindly take note of all these things. And of course, I'm being asked by people regarding about my view on the crude oil. Now, my crude oil view is still the same. I still think that crude oil has to come down. Now, I already mentioned to you, crude oil 81.20 is a very strong support level. And I did mention before that $82, if you really feel like buying yourself, $82 can consider. And yesterday, someone bought at $82 and now it's at $84, up by $2. Congratulations to you. But still, a bit of mixed bag here as well, because the KSI is red in color, but my KRW is cyan in color. So that means that there's a bit of mixed bag between in the market. So for those who are long from $82, take some profit along the way. Don't just hold it all the way, because I believe that the market will still come off again. I'm quite comfortable if the market comes down to about $77. I think that would be a great level for a long-term investment, okay? All right, once again, we update this every single day. Whatever I share with you right now, do understand this is just my personal opinion, and I sincerely wish you all the best. Happy weekend. This is Cal signing off. Bye-bye.